I want to stick with the theme of exploring your inspirations, and I have a little game segment for you.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to list down inspirations that you've mentioned in previous interviews. And in 90 seconds or less, I would like you to highlight one specific idea, concept, or theory or lesson that you gained from each inspiration. You can also cite specific examples of work that you've done and how that shows that lesson that you have gained or the inspiration that you've gained. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
First one, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay. A lesson that I've learned from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, I would say maybe not a lesson, but maybe just an overall inspiration for life. Just have fun, train hard, and kick ass.
Yeah.
Eat pizza.
Yeah. Have fun, train hard, kick ass, eat pizza. These are amazing lessons to get in life. Second one, Jackie Chan.
Oh, Jackie Chan. Almost the same thing. Almost the same thing, I would say. Have fun, train hard, kick ass. I mean,
no pizza though.
But probably a lot less pizza. Do more push-ups. Handstand push-ups.
Handstand push-ups from Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Third one, Street Fighter.
Oh, dude, Street Fighter. I feel like Street Fighter is maybe one of the biggest inspirations behind my art, because as a kid, I would love to copy the character designs and their individual attributes that they would have in the instruction manuals. And I feel like as a fine artist, I like capturing the energy of figure. And I feel like I learned all that from Street Fighter, because they really did a great job of creating these amazing characters with unique personalities, and marrying their fighting style with how they looked and their appearance and their swagger. So Street Fighter was a huge inspiration for me.
This idea of games inspiring careers and professions, like this is such a new concept, but who would have thought like the creators of Street Fighter would have known that they're creating so much art in the future as well. Definitely something to keep in mind. Fourth one, your professor, George Pratt.
So George Pratt, he really, I think that his biggest lesson for me was the concept of mark making, as opposed to just the traditional idea of drawing and painting. So, you know, when you're in high school or something, you think of drawing as having a pencil or charcoal and eraser, creating lines, or painting, you have paintbrush or paintbrush set, something like that. But George would really stress the idea of creating an emotion with whatever tools you can make. So whether that's watercolor washes or whatever tools that you could use to be the most expressive. So he would do a lot of experimentation. And for me, as someone trying to capture a lot of emotion in my artwork as well, I took George's lessons and tried to select tools and ways of working that allow me to be a little bit more expressive.
So mark making exactly is using any tool to highlight an emotion?
Yeah, or to make a mark on the page, you know?
Okay. Yeah,
you know, like it's not just it's kind of beyond being locked into a line or maybe a certain form. It's kind of you know, you have an idea, you have maybe a form or an expression you're trying to make, and the type of tool that you use can heighten the emotion or expression that you're trying to convey, you know?
Wow. Yeah, that's very interesting. We will come back to this after this game segment. Yeah. Next one, Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat? So I was more into Street Fighter because my parents wouldn't let me buy Mortal Kombat because it's too bloody.
Okay, so true,
yeah. So Mortal Kombat, when I think of Mortal Kombat, I think of going to my older cousin's house or my other friend, you know, my friends whose parents didn't care too much about if they had it or not. And it was kind of more like the badass game. So pretty much same influences for me as Street Fighter, but I just played Street Fighter a lot more.
Yeah, thankfully my parents didn't know what Mortal Kombat meant as well.
Yeah,
I used to try and like get through the entire game with every different character to get the backstory at the end of it.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I had a wild,
you got to.
wild childhood. Okay, last one for this game, and we began this conversation by naming him. What lessons have you learned from Bruce Lee?
From Bruce Lee. Well, I would like to say at first, I'm not the biggest Bruce Lee head, and I feel like I'm more influenced by the generation after. All the stuff that was influenced by Bruce Lee, like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Ninja Turtles. I'd say the biggest lesson I've learned from Bruce Lee is, I think his biggest lesson, the be water, which I think maybe resonates with so many people because it's the idea of not being unnecessarily locked into a certain type of constraint or certain set of principles where it's to your detriment. I guess from a martial arts point of view, a lot of people consider Bruce the godfather of MMA. And I think, especially from a time when a lot of martial arts were locked into different, very specific clannish groups of thoughts, Bruce was advocating for mixing different techniques based on your physical attributes. So I think that idea of being flexible and not being rigid in your thinking to your detriment is a huge lesson for everybody.